Hi everybody, I want to give you a small recap of my last 3 years of kite foiling experience. Maybe that could help you out there to make better decisions if you want to start or of course want to extend your kite abilities out there. So I will give you some advices, hopefully that helps you. This footage is 3 years ago when I just started kitesurfing. My experience was 3 months so far, and I didn't have any really idea how my equipment will have an impact on my riding skills or ability to learn new skills, of course. But now, after 3 years, I go more into it and want to learn some new things. And also, I had the possibility, especially this year, in my summer holidays, to drive some different foils. And then I noticed that there is an incredible big impact with your equipment and how fast you can learn new skills on different boards or foils. And then 3 years ago, I just learned my real cool first skill, sit on a foil, and for me it feels like super easy. But it was also because I have a hybrid directional from Norse, which you can see in the slow-mo here. When you touch down, you don't make a dive. So it bounces off the water and it's very forgiving. So that helps a lot in nearly every new foil maneuver you want to learn. It's very forgiving, and that's much more difficult if you have a smaller board, even if it's carbon and super light. But the magic here is that you have a long board. It's an opportunity to bounce on the water without immediately stopping. Is really great to learn new tricks because it's so forgiving. You don't stop and have to start again and dive into the water and getting maybe colder and lost power and energy. You still can drive, so you can immediately try the next maneuver, try it again without getting watered and lost energy maybe because of cold water. So it's very relaxed to learn new tricks. Another thing, which is also a very important feature of a longboard, is maybe if you still want to drive with maybe a smaller wing because you're getting more experienced and you want to get more faster and want to jump, which is of course easier with a smaller wing, which I did this year. What I noticed is that even in 7 to 10 knots with my 11 square meter Caipirinha kite 3-strudder, I was easily able to get up on my foil. Comparing to my friend's setup, he had a 30 square meter D-Lab from Duotone, and with a 1000 square centimeter wing, my wing is about 800, and it was easy for me to get up because that longer board helps you a lot to get much earlier into that foil over phase. You don't have to push that amount of water away from you. Your body can easily stand up. Yeah, and that's a very nice pro of having a longer board. But overall, that means not that a bigger board, a longer board is always the best for you. If you want to jump high, make jumping maneuvers, if you are a very skilled foiler already, of course, you don't need that kind of setup because you already knows your maneuvers or you're experienced enough to learn new maneuvers because you have already that feeling on the foil. You know how your foil is reacting to you, and so that's really only a tip to if you're in a beginner or intermediate kite foiler and want to learn some new tricks faster, it's a good possibility. Also in my case, I always love if I have it's rarely conditions to have a cool wave session. My compromise was to have a hybrid directional board, which is maybe a half kilo weighter than a normal board. It doesn't matter if I'm normal or directional, but I have the possibility to switch. If I have not enough wind, I have a cool foil session. If I could have a cool wave session, I can just put the foil away and have a directional always with me. So that was, in my case, a good decision, because I also want to learn kite foiling with new tricks, and that helps me a lot with that bigger board. So yeah, that I hope that helps you a lot when you just want to begin kite foiling and make a decision on which is your equipment. Also about the wing foil setup, I think a wing around 1000 is always nice. Don't use too short masts. It's always recommended to start with 70, 80 centimeters or even with 90, because you will learn it fast, and then that smaller masts will you get stuck on it. You need immediately after 1 or 2 months a new mast, so you can skip that. And yeah, that's it. Another final tip what I can give you, what I did some weeks ago, because when you see the footage you can hear maybe sometimes some whistling noises when I drive with my foil, and yeah, that was annoying, and of course had some stability issues, especially on high speeds. And a good friend of mine gave me a tip to maybe sand it. I have an aluminium mast, which is not recommended to sand that. But my front wing, the back wing stabilizer is made of carbon, and you can grind it with a 300, 500, 700, 800, and finalize it with wet 1000 sandpaper, and that helps a lot. All the whistling noises are gone, and also the stability seems more stable on high speeds. I don't have to care about that. So don't be scared, just try it out, and maybe you can also find some good videos out there, much more experienced kite foilers than I am, so they can give you some good tips. And yeah, don't scared about grinding your foil. If you have problems, it will be helping a lot, I think. If you don't have any problems with your foil, leave it as it is, all fine. Yeah. So I hope that helps you, and yeah, see you out there on the water and have fun with your foil and new maneuvers. Cheers.